Good Easter Monday. It's about mid-morning here. We're in Las Cienegas National Conservation Area. We're looking over at some mountains there. That was ones that still had some snow at the peaks. There's still a little bit there, but most of it's melting. Let's come around here. Looking over that way is the buildings of the Empire Ranch, and pretty much most of the RVs that were here have left. I think there's about 3 of them still left over there, and turns out why they like to go over there. That's the old Empire Ranch airstrip, so that probably makes for some pretty nice area to pull in on and park. It's probably level. Yeah, so come on back here. The vans that were here, our neighbors have all left. The yellow one and the white one. Major and Gibson are out with me today. Berkeley started and got about 50 feet or so and decided to head back. It's kind of warm. It's going up supposedly to 90 today, but we've got a pretty good breeze going, so I don't think it's going to be too bad. Shadowman is with us. Major's checking out Shadowman. Hey, Gibby. Okay, let me grab coffee. Let's walk a bit, and we'll talk a little on our way back home. Hopefully I don't have the external mic on with me, so this is probably pretty windy. Sorry about that. Okay, here we go. Looking at the rocks there as we were coming out. This is where the yellow van was parked. This would have been like number 2 campsite as far as the ones way back in here. And then down closer to us was where the white van was. That was campsite number 3, kind of. So we're doing good. It's a lovely day in the neighborhood. Let's talk about dirt. There's all this red dirt. I'll give you a look at my pants, and I'm not sure how well you can see it, but there's pretty much dirt all over. And you just, it's blowing. You can't get away from it. And if you're going to be a boondocker, especially if you doing like van life without a shower, and you're out in the woods for a couple weeks at a time, you're going to expect to get dirty. And, if you can't live with that, probably best to avoid that lifestyle. For me, it's, I don't know, over the years as I've gotten older, I used to be real finicky and picky and wanting everything, neat and clean and in its place. And as I got older, I realized that just doesn't make that much difference to me anymore. And especially since we've been doing van life for a little over 3 years now, that's just part of the deal. And especially when you've got, 3, 4, 5 dogs with you. At one time we had 4 Cavaliers and and Coda, and so now we got Major and 3 Cavaliers. So that's just something when you're living in a small area. The cabin part of my van is about 6 foot wide by about 10 foot long. So we've got about 60 square feet of living space in the rear. And things can get, the pups bring in dirt, they shed a lot, and you just, you try to keep up with it, but there's no way you're going to, get it spanking clean. Excuse me, a little coffee coming up on me. Cheers. It's good coffee. Check it out, some prairie dog holes over there. So yeah, I try to keep clean, and I used to use wet wipes, and I found something that for me seems to work a little bit better. And I don't know, it just makes me feel cleaner and doesn't leave any residue. I take a paper towel and I fold it in half, and I wet it with alcohol, like regular rubbing alcohol, 70%, I guess. And I start, with my face, and I just wipe, my face, my neck, my ears, get inside my ears, because that's always a good spot for dirt to accumulate. I wipe over my hair, my head, and I get the back of my neck, get my shoulders, get my underarms, and my chest, and do some of the lower section there. Get that, wiped. And I think the alcohol does good, because like for the underarms and the lower region there, the alcohol should kill any germs that would be like creating stink or anything. And I got to say, I haven't had any skin problems or anything. And then the very last thing I do is I do my feet. I wipe all over the tops and bottoms of my feet, between the toes, and just wipe them down really good, and get the dirt off, get the smell off. And hey, it seems to work pretty good for me. And it's probably less expensive than wet wipes, and one paper towel will take care of doing my. So that's it. That's my story. Here's the. This would be like number 3 campsite, as far as the ones back in here. So this is where Marshall from Texas in the white customized van was. I asked him yesterday what it was, because I didn't see any markings on his van, and he said it's a Winnebago. Speak much? I'm tripping over my tongue. A Winnebago Solus, and he just debadged it, took off all the markings, and that's the same van that Rodney from Louisiana had. We did videos with him, and I did a van tour of his van when we were up at Honey's Park in Arco, Idaho. Yeah. So he pulled out yesterday. So did the yellow van. The yellow van, I talked to them and I asked them what it was, because it was, I think, a Paramount brand. Or no, Panorama, I think is what it was. And they told me it was made in Canada. And they have a smaller production. They said they do build 10 or 12 a month. So they found that the quality of the construction and the build was much better than some of the bigger mass-produced ones. Okay, so that's all. We're just around the corner here. Well, no, actually we're a little further than that, away from the van. I don't even see it yet, but it's down there. Hopefully this hasn't been too shaky and too wind-blown. Off to check on something. Hey, boys. He's got really good, it's either hearing or eyesight, how he tells that they're there. Man, I don't see them at all. Of course, they got to be under the grass. Somehow he spots them or hears them and zeroes right in on them. But they're fast. He's not gotten anything. Neither has Gibson. There's the van down yonder. See those trees out there? All right, well, let's end this. From Gibson, Major, Beethoven, and Berkeley back at the van, and from Shadowman cometh. Have a good day. Have a great day. Take care. We will talk to you later.